Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm going to be responding to an anti-immigration video about migrants and pointing out all the kind of problems in its logic.
I don't buy the fact that they are asylum seekers. Most of them are young men. They're economic.
So, as a young man, I can tell you that if my country was bombed and my family were killed, I might move out of that country. You know, it's not an exclusive thing to women and children that they might want to do that.
Migrants, they travel across multiple safe countries to get here.
Those safe countries generally don't want them and like kick them out and stuff. And B, they probably speak English really, really well compared to, I know, French or something. And those who do speak French, like, you know, Algerian immigrants and stuff, might go over to France. Or you know, Lebanese people might go over to France because I believe they speak French in Lebanon. But people, because English is a really widely spoken language, and we are the country that I guess invented English, and we speak English, and France and Italy and Turkey and stuff generally don't, or to the same level, then they'll come over here because it's easier to be in a land where you can speak the language.
And as far as I'm concerned, Kevin, we are bonkers to be doing what we're doing. And
we were bonkers to be sticking our noses into the Middle East and causing all these problems in the first place. We're just living with the results.
To be expecting hard-working British people to pay,
as opposed to those lazy foreigners that don't do anything, except that they're the ones that generally, obviously that's this thought that the lazy foreigners don't do anything, but go to somewhere in the NHS. They're generally like Nigerian immigrants and kind of immigrants from other countries that have come over. Go to kind of the lower paying jobs, often full of immigrants, right? So these people are generally doing the work that British people actually genuinely don't want to do.
Pay their taxes to fund this.
Why not? They'll get, again, if the immigrants generally work and then the immigrants make that money back and they give it to the government in taxes. So that's how the tax system works. I don't particularly agree with it, but with the kind of the whole tax system, I think there are better systems. But that is how the tax system works. If you support it, then I'm not really sure why you can't see that.
At large, yes, is outrageous, and
not really.
And really, the people who lead the country should be putting the interests of the British people, who are to.
The whole point of immigration is that you become British by coming over. That's a really stupid point.
Taxpayers who are contributors,
these people are contributing a lot more than a lot of British people
who've been part of building this country.
What? No, there's a reason that Britain listed the Windrush generation and many other generations since. Immigrants, as well as British people, I'm not saying British people don't, but immigrants build the country. Like, you bring in immigrants to work in factories and do the kind of the lower paying jobs, which they often want to do over British people. And that builds the country up. If it wasn't for immigration, by the way, Britain has I believe, below replacement level kind of population kind of growth, I guess, or rather, the population is declining. So it's 1.7, something like that, children to every woman in the UK, which means that the population obviously decreases because 2 parents will create less than 2 children. So without immigration, Britain would be getting smaller. So you need immigration. You literally need immigration to build the country.
Into what it is today, as have their forebears.
Their forebears who often came over on kind of from France or Italy during the Romans, or the Angles and the Saxons and the Jutes from kind of the Netherlands and Germany and that kind of region, or the Vikings down from Scandinavia. Or in the Windrush generation, or any of these generations. It's, again, really stupid point.
They're the people whose interests should be being protected. I don't buy the fact
are being protected. This, again, really stupid, really low IQ arguments. And if you actually think about it, and if you actually looked at the economics and the statistics, it's just idiotic.